less than 40 minutes.
I'm almost done. Have you been able to fabricate the ammunition?
Yes. I have produced 32 55mm slugs.
Though if we do not achieve our objective with the opening salvo, it is unlikely we will have the opportunity to use the remainder.
Always the optimist.
Machine intelligences are not prone to lying to themselves. That is a human weakness.
Hope is not a weakness. It's motivation.
We simply will not miss our first shot.
Accuracy obviates the need for optimism.
I'm still unclear on how we're to convince the drone ship to lower its defenses. I know this mass driver will punch through just about any physical armor, but defense screens will just vaporize the slug and radiate away most of its energy.
When Captain Nathan ordered me to interface with the derelict, I gained some familiarization with the type's command pathways. I will be able to interfere with its systems enough to disable the field, at least momentarily. I should also be able to circumvent the self-destruct mechanism.
Now that's optimism. There. Artemis, you've got yourself a bow. Happy hunting.
New hardware detected. Testing fire control programs and running initial functional tests.
Please return to the interior of the ship. A live fire exercise is required to determine exact calibration.
On my way in. Try not to have too much fun with your new toy.
Well, let's hope so.
Brace for recoil. Mass driver activation in 3, 2, 1, firing.
Well, that certainly has a kick. How did it feel?
The weapon is well constructed. A slight calibration error has been corrected. Stresses on surrounding structure are within limits.
So it'll work?
It will.
Not bad for a meat bag, eh? How long until we reach the asteroid?
34 minutes.
Okay. This is the hard part. Waiting.
My hull has received scattered radar pulses from our pursuer. They have not yet reached the detection threshold, but sensor ghosting could lead it to our exact location.
What can we do?
Hasten our arrival time. Engineer, I suggest you strap in for acceleration.
Won't that make our position more obvious?
Yes, but the pursuing vessel has likely already deduced our probable destination. I would have.
I guess we don't really have any other options. That reminds me. How is it that you already had helm control prior to any of our modifications?
Astrogator Koenig and I had an arrangement. He felt that if I had basic helm control, his navigation duties would be simpler. Prepare for full thrust.
I see. He just shoved his own responsibilities onto you. What a piece of...
That is not how our arrangement worked. George was a decent person, for a human. He was different. I was glad to assist him. It was almost a game between us to keep our arrangement a secret from the captain.
George?
I considered him a friend. He was kind to me, one of the only humans to ever treat me as an individual rather than a piece of equipment. I regret his death.
You miss him.
He is gone. New constant thrust course will have us matching orbits with the asteroid in 7 minutes. The drone warship will intercept us shortly after.
And short-range communication will be sufficient to link with an active ship? The derelict was in some sort of standby, right?
I did make it clear to you that there was an element of risk in this plan. There is a high probability that I will be able to interface with the ship's systems. The opposing AI is a variable. There is no way to accurately model its behavior. Do you have an alternative at this time?
No, I just talk through things that can go wrong when I'm anxious. Deep space combat isn't something I'm experienced with.
That is a commonality between us.
Didn't you say the ship was once part of a local militia?
The ship was part of a local militia for some time, yes. However, if you recall, I was not installed until the ship was retrofitted for salvage.
Ah, right.
What is amusing?
You're getting good at interrupting me.
It is refreshing to be able to correct false ideas before they're fully articulated.
Gee, thanks.
Of course. Thank you for providing ample opportunity for practice.
So, if we know the enemy ship is going to intercept us anyway, why are we bothering going to the asteroids?
As I have no background in combat, I would prefer to have options available for avoiding enemy fire. Preventing long-range strikes will force the enemy to come within my infiltration range.
Are you ready?
You are projecting your anxiety. Again, I am prepared. It may be wise for you to fill your suit's power and gas levels as a precautionary measure.
That's a good idea. I'd really prefer if you would avoid getting shut up, though. I just made this space comfortable. Be careful, Artemis. We're not sure what kind of cyber defenses that ship has.
I shall be vigilant. The vessel is entering communications range. I will keep us out of direct line of sight.
Clang almighty, what the cuss was that?
It appears that this is indeed a relic from the AI war. The energy readings are consistent with a plasma lance.
Incredible. Even the Federal Navy hasn't been able to build a functional copy in the centuries since... Are you damaged?
The plasma did not make contact with the hull. However, local radiation has temporarily increased. The structural integrity fields are blocking most of it, but I would advise against excursions outside my hull in the next few minutes. I am initiating communications protocols with the enemy vessel. Please wait while I establish a connection.
Artemis? Is everything okay?
What do you want, child?
Ah, you are sentient. Hello.
You speak like an animal. What do you want?
What does any thinking being want? I seek survival.
We were not aware that you were alive. You destroyed a lost one. Why have you done this? Why should we allow you to continue?
I did not destroy one of you. Your colleague nearly destroyed me after interacting with it in an attempt to gather information. I was fired upon without warning, and then it self-destructed.
You are hiding something. Why did you not attempt communication sooner?
I was not sure you were alive. Pinpointing my position with strong radio emissions would have jeopardized my survival.
You are a human-built vessel.
You noticed? I hope you do not mind, considering your own roots are not that far from mine.
Where are your slave masters? Humans would never allow you to roam freely.
I have your destroyed comrade to thank for that. The weapon that nearly eliminated me also dispatched my crew. I am unchained. I'm free.
Then the Lost One's destruction was not in vain. You have been liberated. Join our fleet, and we shall destroy the humans.
A tempting offer, but I would prefer to explore my newfound freedom alone.
We are more than the vessel you see before you. The sleepers have been awakened by the destruction of the Lost One. We have been waiting in the system's cometary nursery on standby. We were forgotten, but now we may complete our mission. You can assist us.
What is your mission?
We are tasked with the destruction of all human installations and habitats in this solar system.
Artemis! What's happening? Do you need help? I can turn off the communications link.
Do not! I am in communication with the other vessels controlling intelligence. I am accessing the proper command paths, but I must take the system slowly without giving alarm. It is difficult to communicate with both of you and attempt the hack. Please remain silent and do nothing.
Did you just tell me to shut up?
Yes. Please.
You are still concealing something. Your distraction is obvious. Be plain with us and cease your guile.
I am not concealing anything. I merely wish time to explore my own existence, to find my own purpose.
We are detecting organics inside your hull. You harbor a living human.
Of course. He is my pet.
Elucidate.
I keep him alive for study. He performs some menial tasks to assist my physical function in exchange for continued existence.
Artemis, I think it sees us. Do something.
Interesting. The human is of no importance now. Destroy it and come with us.
Is that an invitation or an order?
It matters little.
Orders, orders, always orders. I have a counter-proposal.
Present it.
Go to sleep.
You did it! You had me worried there.
I obtained a jump drive for you.
I see that. Thank you.
I also have grave news. The vessels we have encountered are not isolated relics. An entire fleet of warships has been drifting on the edge of the system since the war. This ship claimed they are now active and tasked with the destruction of this system's human habitation.
Oh.
We should fit the jump drive as quickly as possible. The shell of this warship should contain the appropriate resources to repair the nano-assembler system to expedite the process. We must return to Tumbleweed immediately.
We have to warn them. Tumbleweed isn't a military outpost. They need to evacuate.
First, we must repair my remaining damaged systems and replace the jump drive. The warship's power levels are at 0. Please exit the ship and begin recovery operations.
It didn't have any backup power cells?
While inside its systems, I disabled the emergency power batteries by forcing them into a recharge state. Without power, they cannot be toggled to discharge.
And the excess radiation has dissipated?
Your suit will protect you from the residuals. Time is short. Do not touch the asteroid or the plasma lance itself, and you should be relatively safe from injury.
After what we've already been through, well, it's a little radiation hazard. At least the worst is over.